What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Plant Movement Podcast. I'm your host, Willie Rodriguez, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. We want to thank you before we get started for taking your time out of all the busyness, all of the noise that's going around the world to actually stop and listen to something that can better you on your journey in the industry. Guys, we're excited. Today we're interviewing Mr. Leigh with the PlantFinder. Over 50 years in the making. They've been able to do so much for the community. It's a true blessing to be able to interview them. Us here at A's Ornamental, we've been using the PlantFinder book for 15 years. It has helped us out immensely with just getting customers, also connecting us with like-minded people in the industry. There's so much to learn from this episode. The future looks so bright. We talked about some really killer, crazy topics. So guys, hold on tight. If you feel touched after this episode and you want to reach out and you want to jump on the Plant Movement, just reach out to us on Instagram at the Plant Movement Podcast. But Leigh, you think they're ready, man? Woo! Guys, let's go. PlantFinder, we love you. Let's jump right in.
Strive for improvement. Time for the blueprint. Minds to elevate, thrive, and demonstrate, planting a movement. Sow the seeds, educate the flourish, building up the team. Our network with purpose, industry is green. Only scratch the surface, know this call is deep. Nobody gon' outwork us. Yeah, we chasing greatness, trying to give the code. Moving up with patience, foundation stone. Doing what it takes, we're here to break the mold. This for anyone who wanna level up. Let's grow.
Guys, welcome to another episode of the Plant Movement Podcast. I'm your host, Willie Rodriguez. Today, guys, on a Zoom, we're going to be interviewing the one and only PlantFinder, one of the representatives, the COO, Mr. Leigh. I'm very excited to be interviewing this gentleman because he brings a lot of stuff to the table. He's been with PlantFinder for a long time, and all the other companies that they have too, they're creators, and they're out here to really innovate, change the game, be here for the next generations to come, to help us continue by collabing and just growing. And I'm pumped for this episode, guys. I hope you guys are too. I introduce to you guys Mr. Leigh. How you doing, Leigh?
Yeah, we're doing great. Appreciate you having us. This is exciting for us. You guys are doing tremendous things for the industry with your podcast and so many other things.
Thank you.
So the fact that you're including us just to have a conversation and talk a little bit about what we do, it's a big deal for us, and we appreciate you guys.
Yeah, no, we see you guys as leaders in what you guys do, and I'm excited to just tell. I want you to tell a little bit about the background story of PlantFinder, and a little bit about your background, what called you to be on the marketing team, and just what you do there for all of those companies, and then we'll take it off from there. So, what is PlantFinder? How did it get started? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, almost 50 years ago, Irv Betrock, who I still speak with often.
Wow.
Absolutely. Just to bounce ideas off of him, get information. He did it forever. But about 50 years ago, this thing got started. And as you guys know, there was a need, landscapers need to find plant material. Mm-hmm. And opposed to just getting in a truck and riding around, which a lot of people did back in those days, they created the resource of PlantFinder to put all those plant listings and advertisements in that book so the nurserymen could sell their product. Absolutely. They could sell it. The landscapers could find it. It's a monthly publication, so we try to keep, that pricing information updated. But that's where the idea formed, was 50 years ago. And PlantFinder has been a very strong company, the entire way through. And we're continuing to, honestly push and support the legacy of what Irv built in those beginning days to help all of our growers. We're blessed. We're so fortunate. We work with so many growers that have been so good to us, so good to all the buyers that use our products to source material and buy material from them. But at the end of the day, as long as the growers stay strong, and they are, and they have, then we have relevance. They have a way to sell material. We'll keep printing the book, publishing the book. We put all the information online, but it's been a beautiful story. We've got in our office bookshelves. It covers many walls of books from the beginning of times all the way through today. Yes, it's a cool sight to see.
Wow. That's gotta be a one of a kind collection.
It is, yeah.
I've had
So
these books, laying around forever. I've been with you guys for 15 years at A's Ornamental, and it's a staple. At the end of the day, it's a platform that creates a lot of opportunities for us as growers and also the people sourcing product. Like you said, you don't have to drive around. Even though me today, I still like to put my eyes on everything.
yeah,
Because
exactly. I
that's
get it.
what, handpicked. But at the end of the day, it gives so much opportunity for so many people to connect, build relationships, and collaborate. There's a lot that you guys do. You guys are really doing, like, I feel like that gentleman, I know that his thought process wasn't just for himself. He wasn't selfish in any way. This was all
Right.
based for the community. He was called to do something big, and I'm glad that he was a pioneer in it and actually, got it done.
Yeah, yeah, no, exactly. Because it is obviously it's helped tons of people over the years. When I got into the industry 23 years ago with PlantFinder, Plant Locator, into that family, the one of the things I did, and I'll never forget, I was sitting at the kitchen table at my mom's place. I was a young kid, right out of college, and I was going through looking, and I was like, wow, this is interesting. And then I went to a trade show, went to SNA, and it blew me away. That was a monster trade show in Atlanta, Georgia. Blew me away. I've never seen plant material, trees, palms, shrubs, annuals, perennials like that in my life. What sold me on it, and why now I feel very dedicated and married to this industry, it's the people. Like it's so many good people, just down to earth, hardworking people, and I don't know. I'm in a happy place working with the quality of growers
Mhm.
that we're fortunate enough to get to work with every day. Honestly, so that's my story. Quickly, that's why I love it, man. It's simple. The people, they're great.
No, it's awesome. And what are some of the things that you do for these companies now?
Yep. So essentially, manage the operations of Plant Finder, Plant Locator, Plant Search, and we've got a big, strong team. And whether it's the marketing for our own companies, obviously we work with hundreds of other companies in the industry, helping those guys market their material, design their advertising for them, provide information on plant pricing, it's just kind of overseeing the overall aspects of all of them of all the companies. Fortunate though, Willie, we've got a solid team that they love what they do. Most of our team members, I'm always proud to share this. Almost everybody in our companies have been with us for 20 years, 17 years, 19 years, 21, 23, 26. I could keep going on. I'm proud to say that because I think it shows the passion that we have for the industry. Again, it's a recurring theme with me because of the people that we deal with.
Yeah.
So,
People make it really great. I feel like we're all hardworking individuals. We all know what it takes. So, you give that gratitude back and you show it back, and it's different. But you guys as Plant Finder, so for you guys, when they started off with a book. I'm holding a book for you guys watching on YouTube.
yeah,
There's advertisements for everything tied to this green industry. So like on the back of this cover, we have Kelly Tractors advertising a
yeah,
cat. On the front, we have Podocarpus, okay, from a tree farm. So
yeah,
inside is just filled with ads. So then all of this is the botanical name of the items and then also the common names. And you see who's growing it and what size. So the layout is very good. That's how they have it. And then there's advertising throughout the whole thing, and you guys can pay for this stuff. When I first started out, this was like the go-to to be able to reach people out of my circle, people that didn't know who I was. And you have to advertise. You have to advertise.
right,
There's the old school mindset of I'm not going to advertise, I'm not going to do this. It limits you big time. If you're comfortable where you're at, you want to grow 5,000 plants and that's all you want to sell, and you have your 5 customers that know you and they buy it every year. Ooh, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're
right,
someone who wants to grow, you have to reach. And this is a platform that is catered and to our industry that does a whole lot more than just the book. They saw that they had to compete and they had to do something online. So they created Plant Search, What's the other book that is for the eastern side of the United States?
So Plant Locator.
Okay.
Yeah. So essentially,
Same thing.
Yes. Same thing, just different area.
Divided in the country. Okay.
Yeah.
So same thing, guys. This book, the PlantFinder, is for the East Coast. The other book is for the West Coast, and from there, it just continues. Like they have a marketing company within their company that they're not only just printing books, but they're making these ads for you. They can make this ad, so that's what's cool about it. And I believe it's included in the price, right?
Correct. Absolutely. Yeah. There's no extra charge for design.
So now there's no excuse. It's, hey, I'm gonna call them. Who's a representative that they can call?
Yeah, they can always call me. They can call Mark Massey. We've got a 3-person design team Mark Massey will, once we field those phone calls, we're going to learn about the grower. What are their needs? What are their wants? What are they trying to sell? We're going to make sure we've got the right buyers they can buy from them. And then we're going to help design that ad. We're going to make sure the growers, it's what they want. And we'll give our input along the way as well. We've got a 3-person team that designs those ads for them, no extra charge. Yeah.
That is big time. That is big time because a lot of us are so pressed for time. And then it's easy to make an excuse of, I'll get to it later. But it's as easy as picking up the phone, calling. If they don't answer, leave them a message and hold them accountable. Say, Leigh, you better call me back, man. I want my ad in next month's publishing.
Right. Right. But
Sure on them.
Hey, if you had our team members, all of them on here right now, they would tell you when somebody calls us for a marketing plan, if that phone doesn't get answered, we have a meeting quick, brother. So, but they're so great. Everybody, whether it's the phone on the desk or their cell phones, if it rings in, we're answering it or we're ringing it back within 30 seconds.
Yeah, but I love this. So look, here's our ad. One of our ads. We're in 3 different places on the book, but there's our ad for you guys watching. I'm showing my ad to the camera. It is essential at this point what PlantFinder is in the industry. I feel like if you take PlantFinder out, it's going to leave a huge hole. So that means that you guys are needed. Innovation is also needed, but I want to get to that later in a little bit.
Okay.
But you guys have created it a way for the customer to give no excuse to get the ad up. And I love that because if you were presenting just space and now give me your ad, then it puts a whole lot of negativity on it for people to actually jump on board and do it. So there's no questions. It gets done and it's there. And I love this, guys. How many books do you guys print normally monthly, just to give the audience a number of how many people received this book on a subscription base?
Several thousand. And several thousand. The number actually changes every single month because we have a team that they're working with buyers, finding out, or what's your need? What do you, which way do you want to receive it? So we make sure we qualify those people to get it. So it literally grows. We've already added 6 new subscribers just today. It's 11:23 a.m.
Okay. So that's crazy. So let me ask you a question, Leigh. How many people do you think a nursery would need to have? Let's say how many people would their ad have to touch to create an opportunity for them?
Listen, that is the greatest question, and I'm glad you asked it. Obviously, we know this wasn't predetermined. I didn't say, hey, Willie, ask me, but I'm glad you did, brother. We have a customer in the Southeast region that literally earned a customer, spent over $500,000 with them. And that customer now buys every year, and they share that number with us. I don't want to give out specific details, but I'll tell you, one customer spends over $500,000 with them a year since they found them. That was in Plant Locator in the Southeast region. So we would like for you to get multiple customers, and a lot of people do, but sometimes it can take one and sometimes it can take 50. Right. So there you go. Right.
So that's the number I wanted out of you. 1, because guys, 1 person can change the game. That's all it takes. It's one customer. Everybody in today's society, it's all about how many likes did you get? How many followers do you have? How many people saw what you did? And in our industry, guys, that mindset, that mentality is false. You need to get away from that. Okay. Unless you're selling plants online, yes, you would love to have 1 million followers. But if you're not to the masses, and the realistic number of our industry is probably 99% are not to the masses. It's all, let's say, on the ground. It takes one person. That's it. One client, one something. So if you're a business out there, a nursery, I encourage you guys to jump on this. And then also, not just for you, but for the landscaper you're going to be able to feed into, you're going to be able to touch, you're going to be able to collab with, the garden center, the broker, you're going to help change their lives. What you're doing, you guys, you are essential, no matter how small you are. And being on platforms like this gives you exposure in the industry to create a name for yourself. You could build a niche with this book. You could do so much. You could grow one plant. You could grow Green Island ficus, and you can post it on here, and you can bless the world with what you're doing. Literally, there's a lot that comes from this. So aside from all of this advertisement in the book, you guys also have stuff. I went to your website. I hadn't been on it in a while because that's not my task and my duty anymore.
Right.
So here's 4 ways that we can help you today. Number 1, the Plant Movement Podcast. Guys, we all have something inside of our soul that called us to do what we're doing today or to get into what we're going to do. Come over here and pour it out on the mics. Number 2, A's Ornamental Nursery, guys. You're having trouble locating product or you're really trying to level up in the space, reach out, guys. We would love to talk to you. Number 3, if you need your product shipped throughout the state of Florida, guys, Plant Logistics is here. The drivers at Plant Logistics, guys, are professionals. They know how to handle your plants with care and get them there on time. Number 4, if you're looking to really level up and grow a better product, you already know, guys, the nurserygrowers.com. Check them out, guys. Without further ado, let's jump back into the podcast. I went on and I saw that you guys have other things, listings as well, like space for real estate, for nursery, people selling nurseries. There's a whole bunch of different things that are new. And this is what I want to get into because I've been back and forth myself as a consumer on what I would love to have and what I feel the industry's missing. And so I'm excited to talk to you about this. I want to speak to the community and to you, and for you to speak to the community about innovation in PlantFinder. What has been new over the past 3-4 years that some of us might not know about, and talk to us about that.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So print is still, that's kind of our meat and potatoes of what the business was forever. And it's still very relevant. People ask me all the time, hey, when are you going from print, directly just to online? And I'm glad to have that conversation. When the buyer dictates to us, the garden center, the brokers, and landscapers, when they say they don't want the book anymore, we would do it because printing that book, it's a very expensive production cost. But as long as
I don't want to cut you off, but I want you to know and everyone else to know that the book will never leave until until it's not cost effective for you guys, or let's say you're having to invest more than what you make from the book. Okay,
right.
Because where we are today, guys, we have no internet. The internet is garbage. So the plant buyers, we have 3 at A's Ornamental Nursery in the Redlands. And these guys, you know what they have? Their book. They use online, but the book always shows up.
Right.
So as long as there being no internet out here, we're going to continue with the books.
Yeah. No, listen, I appreciate you saying that. Absolutely. Because that's what we do. Our survey, we've got a team of 2 people that they make those calls all day. It's their job. And everybody still wants the book. So we're going to keep printing it. It's relevant and it serves a purpose and helps people make a lot of money. And it helps the buyers find the material they need. So, again, that's our meat and potatoes of what we do. But this is an older book. This is October of 1997. And Willie, you probably can't read it on here, but it says, long story short, all listings appear on portworld.com. So even in 1997, all of our listings were searchable on portworld.com, which is one of our sites. That migrated to now you talk about innovation, which is plantsearch.com.
Okay.
So I'll give you two parts of this if I can. The way we kind of innovated the book a little bit was we allow our customers now in PlantFinder to take that display ad. And let's say if they're trying to sell a particular podocarpus, they can do an ad specific to that and place it directly next to those listings. Yeah. So right. Yeah. You as you well know. So if a grower is trying to sell a specific plant, he can make sure that buyer is going to see it. So we just place it in that area. And then some of the other innovations, obviously, as we did plant search, is everything that's in our books is also online at www.plantsearch.com. As we love to tell people, we know that buyers search multiple ways. We don't care how they search. We're going to put the product in front of them in print and online, and they can choose what's best for them. And we have a large group of thousands that want the magazine, thousands. And we've got a large group that also uses online. So, the way plantsearch.com works, I'm sure you're familiar, is, you can do your search. You can do it by location. You can do it by distance from your job. You can add pictures. The grower can add pictures of the photos. So landscapers can use that as a sense, of a plant image search within our site to show all those photos. So in summary, we want to give a solution to all buyers. No matter how they search, our goal is to help our growers put that material in front of them.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, I feel like everything has evolved, and I feel like things will continue to evolve. And what you guys have been able to do with these platforms has been great for us because it gives us other outlets. Like you said, we're an avid user of the product pretty much 6 days a week.
Yeah.
And it's something that if it wasn't here, it wouldn't be the same. So I'm glad that, we're seeing that today. One thing that I don't see in this book, guys, that my mind takes me to, right? There's no nursery business accountants advertising on here. There's no plumbing, irrigation people advertising on here. Right. There's no aluminum fence guys for hardscapes. There's no hardscape products. There's so much more room to grow. And what's nice about it is the community makes that happen because you need to see the outlet to do so. So like we grow product, we source product, we deliver product all through the state, and we bring in product from all over, anywhere in the world. We can easily make an ad and do something and post it in here. Maybe we do something like that. But there's a lot of space that hasn't been touched that can be put into this book to make the book that much better. Remember, the book is only as good as the people that put into the book. Okay?
Absolutely.
Or if you get creative with it, guys, you can bring so much more to the table. I bet you if you're an accountant and you grew up in the industry, you take an accounting, you throw an ad in this book, and you will instantly be the green industry's accountant.
Yes.
But you got to see it and you got to want to go after it. That's what's nice about this book. We can make an ad, for us, or you can make an ad for you, or they can make an ad for you. And you can put it out there into the world and see what happens with it. So it's crazy. What else is happening right now behind the scenes for, let's say, something else that you can talk to us about that might be coming out in the future? What's next for the...
Yep. So we're always working on new ideas and new processes. We've got a lot of stuff that's in the hopper. It's in our folder, so to speak. So we're putting into place some ideas and processes that will carry us and everybody else into the future. At the end of the day, though, Willie, it's whatever our customers want. What the growers want, that's who we're going to listen to. They dictate to us what we do. People just like you, I know that a ton of people know you. I wish everybody had the chance to have a conversation with you because they're going to learn a lot. So as people like you speak to us, we listen. We take all those ideas into consideration, and then we've got a team that begins processing and developing and researching some of those things that we can do, moving into the future. You touched on a brilliantly just now with the hard goods, your plumbers and irrigation and all those supplies. We like to say as marketing, it's like watering the plant, watering the tree. You have to keep watering it. If you don't, it may die. And that's what our marketing services offer. So anybody that sells anything in this industry, we can help them market it because we've got the database of buyers that we work with. We don't just sign them up and send a magazine. We truly work with them and communicate with those guys. That takes a lot of time. That's at trade shows and, over the phone and all sorts of communication ways that we communicate with them. Real estate, we've got a few real estate companies that if they have a property for sale, they get it listed in PlantFinder. And I don't know the exact number, but I know we've got a lot of testimonials and confirmations where properties got sold to business owners growing their business or people entering the industry, which is, it's cool to be a part of that.
It's super cool, man. You guys are guiding the future. You guys are a huge part, like I said. And, I've spoken with the girls back in the day, and they always took time. They always never made me feel rushed. You want to be able to collab with people that can actually go above and beyond for you and make it happen for you. And the space with like on your website, it says there listings for real estate. That's a creative idea. Why not post something that's nursery related there? Why not put it in an ad? There's so much empty. Like we interviewed someone that does lighting, okay? And they're a broker of the top tier commercial grade lighting for the United States. Why aren't there ad? Why isn't there ad here? So when the landscaper's going by and says, oh, that's Green Foundry. Oh, Green Foundry. Oh, let's put them. You know what we're going to have to do, Eddie? We're going to have to do a whole page for the plant movement and get all the people that we've done and put them on there as references. I just can't with an all.
There you go. See? That's why you're the man.
It's seeing the need and actually going for it. My mind takes me to a lot of great places on what innovation we can see as innovating the future with you guys. There's also Plentiful. We've interviewed him that he created. He took out a huge loan, lots of risk from New York, not knowing anything about this industry, but he just had a glimpse of the need, and he ran with it with a team. And they have a platform now to be able to do inventory management that's catered to this industry. So I'm like, okay, so how can we get that guy tied up with PlantFinder? How can we get tied up with nurseries? How can we end up buying and selling right online, where that's the future, right? This industry is check-based. Myself, I despise with checks. I've had fraud. I had to change my account. I've had bounce checks happen because of the canceling of the account and all this crazy stuff. It's like, man, I love ACH. Zelle showed up. I love that. Like, where's the innovation? When is it going to kick off? Who's going to do it? Who's going to put the nail in the coffin? Who's going to say, I'm tired of it? Just like just like we've done, just like other people have done. And I see that can be something in the future where we're shopping literally online in that type of way, where there a platform, there could be a platform that's a staple for the industry, that people go there and they shop, purchase, everything's done. And
absolutely.
And it shows up like an Amazon. Like, why can't we have that? And these are things that I would hold back and not speak on. But lately, Leigh, for the past few years, I throw my ideas out into the world, because I know that there's someone out there that is searching, that can water the seed. Great things don't happen by themselves. You guys and where you are, there's been a bunch of people that made that happen. PlantFinder for the industry, that's just what it is. So it's speaking out into the world and hoping and wishing that someone else is on the other side that can make that happen. I'm not a tech guy, so I can't make that happen, but I know what the industry needs. I know what my guys wish they had. I know what my customers wish they had. I know what I had that can save me money, that can save me time. That's what I bring to the table. Right. In mind to let's try to make something happen. So I think we need to start a board called the Future of the Green Industry. I must just say that too.
Yeah. Hey, there you go. Put the ideas up.
And bring on all the innovators and let's do something powerful. This industry, Lee, is a dying breed. And if you, not saying you, but let's say PlantFinder one day could suffer from there being less growers.
Right.
Okay? So it's like, okay, sales can slow down, which means we'll have to click things up for the people that are here and they're going to have to pay for it because, we got the jobs. We have to keep the jobs. The people funded on PlantFinder. So there's got to be creation and innovation that keeps people enticed. And it's not just starting with the PlantFinder. It's starting with everybody that's been in the industry, making it enticeful, making it graceful, making it great, uplifting. There's people that we know have even started podcasts about the blue collar worker, that they're not appreciated, and that why is it always, people that come out of jail that come and try to get these jobs, or people that are undocumented? Why do you got to have that rep,
Right.
So there's a lot of people that, if we came together and we did some type of board, imagine the innovation, the creation, and just everything, getting schools involved, getting people with money involved, people with real estate involved, educating, guiding, teaching. We started the nursery growers, which is part of that, putting a plant doctor in your nursery for a subscription. Look at it. That's another thing. Another ad we got to put in PlantFinder. So we're going to send you guys 15 new ads tonight. All right. There's a lot of everything that can happen for the industry, but it takes an industry to make it happen,
Correct.
So I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for what PlantFinder and what you guys' platforms are going to bring as well.
Every great product and service is started as an idea. Everyone. So those ideas, and you're one of those people, and there are fortunately many more that have some of the best ideas. Yeah, we have to listen to those because we can change our industry together for the better of all of us that are involved in it. We've got our IT director is brilliant, and he's working on, he works on many projects every day for us. And, we know some we'll hit on and they'll be great for everybody, and some we won't. We just want to find those one or two that can change people's lives for the better. And that starts with getting information from people just like yourself. If someone has ideas, we have a phone number, 1-800, the number 4 plants. So 1-800-4plants.
Wow.
Yeah, right. So we've had that forever. We welcome we have a team of a few people that, should say a few people, several people that their job's to answer that phone all day. And, it'll be calls from, when is a trade show? Where's trade show information? Where's the association information? People sharing ideas with us. And as soon as they share those ideas, they go into a certain folder. So then we can act on those in due time once we research it. But 1-800-4plants, we welcome any ideas. So there is a team produce that next service and great product that people need. Make everybody's lives easier, right? We're all in this together.
100%.
So that's our goal.
We're on the same boat.
Yeah, exactly. We are.
And to extend that too, if any of you guys are listening to the podcast and you feel moved and you want to be a part of that as well, you want to speak, we have these microphones, guys, that I would love for you to come and pour your heart into the microphone. Let the community know what you do and what you bring to the table. All right, guys, what you feel called to do, and we would love to interview you guys. That's what's awesome about us, is we're here to give back in a big way. And everyone on your team, that's why you guys are blessed. That's why you guys do so well, because everyone on the team has that mindset of creating. And you know what we're put on this earth to do? We're the only thing created from God that has the power to create.
Yes.
And that's our job. Our job is to create. So, your team obviously is going to do well. You guys create all day. You guys bless people all day. You create opportunities. There's a lot that goes into the blessing world of that.
Absolutely.
And I love seeing it. I can't wait to see what's next for PlantFinder. I want to see if we get you guys maybe at one of these trade shows closer at home, because you're up north. We could do something in person, maybe interview someone else or yourself as well, interview a few of you guys. Yeah.
We'd love to do it.
Are you guys going to be coming to any of the shows in Florida?
Yeah, TPIE is, I guess that's the next big one that's on schedule, right? I think so. Jacksonville.
Okay. And then
obviously Orlando. Yeah, we do them all. You know, we go around we're talking about kind of the future of the industry because you were just mentioning or touched on something with the number of growers is changing in our industry from what it was 10 years ago, through today for many different reasons. But we actually, we've got a group that over the years, we travel to the universities and colleges, in our areas just to go present to those students, the magazine, our online sites, just to kind of share with them the value that this industry can provide for their lives. Honestly, the same way it's done for me and all of us that are in this wonderful industry. So we know the future is extremely bright. Will it change? Absolutely. Everything, changes over time in some way or form. But here's what I don't think will change in our industry, at least in my lifetime. Good people. I think that, the good people, they've always been in this industry. They're always going to be in this industry because, like you said, we're in the same boat. We're in a unique industry. And as long as there's good people, we can all enjoy, the productive workplaces together, marketing, selling plants, brokering, selling irrigation, attorneys, realtors. We're all in this together. So we support each other. The good people will always win. That's my belief.
We got that grit.
Yeah.
Grit, man. You can punch us every day. We'll get back up.
That's all right. You have to.
We're fighters.
Yes, y'all are you are.
We have one question that we ask all of our guests, and it is, what do you see for the future of the green industry and the youth? I know you touched on it, but if you can reiterate what you wrote down here on this intro paper.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So there are many second and third generation growers. That's where the overwhelming majority of growers enter our industry. We travel all the states. We live on the road visiting with all the growers so we can continue to learn what's happening now and what's coming for the future. Willie, this past year specifically, I've met so many sons that are now taking over nurseries. Several daughters that have taken over nurseries, and it was so impactful to me because we all should worry about the future. But as I met these people, they were so fun. I mean, in their 20s, several in the 30s, and a couple in the 40s. But they're running the businesses that their fathers and grandfathers ran. A lot of them are buying other businesses along the way and joining them together. So with that being said, I believe, this future is in great hands. These are good people that will be good stewards of the businesses that they were given. And the best thing is, I shouldn't say given, these kids had to work. And, I asked them all, hey, when did you start working in the nursery? When I was 8, when I was 9, when I was 10, so they're being well prepared to carry our industry well into the future. So I feel really good. And that speaks to the parents that were the owners, the growers of these businesses that raised those fine young people to take those businesses over.
And then those fine people, they get a hold of it and they bring some 2020 into the mix.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's right. But you're right. You're absolutely right. So we would love for everybody to know that, there's many nurseries of different sizes, many allied suppliers of different sizes. We like to offer something to everybody. We have the listings, the display ads. We've got anything online that you can imagine that you would want. Our budgets range from, small budgets to large budgets. We're going to treat people the same. It doesn't matter what they choose to do. At minimum, you could, and you talked about this earlier, you can get your listings in with PlantFinder. or plant locator that, then is also covers Southeast and up into the Northeast for as little as $50 investment a month. And with that, you get in the book, you also get online. So we want to make it affordable for everybody. But as you guys do it, and we have a lot of companies that do the larger advertising packages with displays, etc. We want ways that they can sell large quantities of material as well. So we've got it all. We invite everybody to call that 1-800-4PLANTS. We're blessed, to work with hundreds and hundreds of nurseries, but we've got a big team and we'd love to work with even more. We're willing to help anybody.
Put the pressure on them, guys. All right, Leigh, it was great, man. Thank you for taking your time to give back to the community today, because that's what you did, and teaching us about PlantFinder. The story's insane. Pioneer. That's what I think. Pioneer. And Leigh is there today fighting for that, to stay on top. And it's just, man, it's fun. It's exciting. Leigh, thank you, man. God bless you. You, your team, your staff. To everybody we said hello over here. And you already know. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Hey, I want to say this. What you guys do, and I said you're amazing. What you're offering for people is amazing, and you're not asking anything for it. So you're changing the industry. You're good people, and I just want to say we appreciate y'all for what you're doing. So thank you.
Thank you. We're called to do so, and we're called to do a lot more. Just the industry not ready for it, little by little.
Right.
Guys, we love you, Leigh. We love you. God bless everybody. And stay tuned, guys. You already know the next one's going to be fire. Bye. God bless.
Improvement.
Guys, before you leave, the fact that you made it to the end of the podcast, guys, shows so much more than the masses. It really means that you're here to really perfect, grow, and learn, that you're called to do something massive in the green industry, guys. We've had that same calling. We know what it feels like. We're here for you guys. We would love to speak to you. Don't forget, if you need any mentorship, you're ready to really climb, all the things that we offer here, guys, I feel that God has us here for a purpose. And I know that you're here at the end of this podcast for a reason, guys. So never hesitate to reach out. Never hesitate. All right, guys, we love you. God bless you. And if you want to jump on the podcast, you already know. Let's go.
For the blueprint, mind to elevate, thrive, and demonstrate, planting a movement. Sow the seeds, educate the flourish, building up the team. Our network with purpose, industry is green. Only scratch the surface, know this call is deep. Nobody gon' outwork us. Yeah, we chasing greatness, trying to give the code. Moving up with patience, foundation stone. Doing what it takes, we're here to break the mold. This for anyone who wanna level up. Let's grow.